So did you see what Paul Finebaum said last Friday about the start of the college football season and it possibly being delayed? I think that this is some stuff that we've been talking about, certainly over on dogpost.com. I'll share it with you right now. Here's what Paul has to say. College football is a hot mess right now. I mean, you have so many different views and really no leader. SEC Commissioner Greg Sankey joined us last night on our program, and he said the conference alone has between 15 to 20 contingency plans. I mean, I don't know where you come up with all of those, but they refuse to admit that this is going to be an insurmountable challenge. And I think we're now pointing towards mid-July for the next decision. I think many people in college football privately, nobody is saying this publicly, but privately are saying that the likelihood of the season being delayed is very good. Dean Legge from Dog Post, making you a smarter Georgia fan. And, there's a lot of people that dislike Paul Finebaum, and that's fine. But I think what needs to be, conveyed here is that he has a beat on the SEC conference for sure as it relates to the offices. And I don't at all think that the season being delayed is a strange notion. That is something that certainly could be happening soon. What Paul's talking about and what people are failing to acknowledge is that college football is governed by dozens of governors, conference commissioners, etc. So what Brian Kemp wants to do in Georgia could be very different than what Gavin Newsom wants to do in California. Georgia and UCLA or Cal might not have the same value set as it relates to playing a football season or playing a football season on time. So what the Board of Regents decides at Georgia is very different than what California's boards of regents decide. That's a lot of inside baseball on politics, but the important part to remember here is that as much as the SEC wants to move forward, it is becoming increasingly complicated and complex to figure out how to get people in the stands for this season. I mean, 3 weeks ago, if you'd have asked me, are we going to have fans in the stands, I would have told you it looked more and more like we'd have 30 to 50,000 people at home games in Sanford Stadium. Right now, it's hard to imagine we have many more than 10,000 fans, and most of them being in suites. And the reason why is because we don't seem to have a control on this thing in any way. No one, no matter if you wear a mask out in public or not, other people are not doing it. No matter if you believe that this is a hoax or not, most of the country believes it's not. So we can't seem to decide if the sky is blue right now, let alone if we can start a college football season on time. Governors in the South have been pushing forward, most of them conservatives, have been pushing forward to a return to normalcy. And obviously that would include kicking off college football on time. That's one of the things that the Southern governors really can control. Now, though, with this outbreak, and this is what Paul's talking about, there's a lot less certainty, there's a lot less confidence that's been building over these last few weeks. Georgia's not been hit real hard. Texas, Florida, South Carolina, those are all places with major college football, 3 SEC schools in those states. So could we be delayed? Completely. I firmly believe that this season will happen. It could start in January. It could start in September. But it is so important for them to play these games from a monetary perspective that I think that the networks as well as the schools are going to get it done. I just think y'all should lower expectations for fans being there. And I think that what's being discussed now is completely rational. Anyone who understands politics knows that when Texas is backing down on playing, on all sorts of things, that should tell you that playing college football is not on the front row of the most important things on earth. So I think everyone should level their expectations off just a little bit, and let's just see what these next few weeks bring. We're running out of time to start on time, though. I will say that. Dean Legge from Dog Post, making you a smarter Georgia fan. you see the box. We're going to get you ready for the 2020 season, whenever that is. I want to make sure that you click on that. It will send you to a playlist that you will thoroughly enjoy. I'll see you on the playlist.